Greetings, denizens of the internet. My name is Jason once again. I'm back here with some more Space Quest 1 Sarien Encounter. For more awesome stuff from the two guys from Andromeda, be sure to check out tgakick.com for their brand new Kickstarter for a new science fiction adventure game, provided that you do hit it before the deadline, which I believe will be sometime in June. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess, mid-June. Anyways, 2012. Otherwise, last time, we went ahead and we crashed on the desert planet of Kerona. Let's see here. We've got a cartridge on us, a gadget, which we've turned on, which we actually know that it is a language translator, a keycard, a glass, some dehydrated water. Not a glass, sorry. It's a piece of glass. We'll take a look at it in a second here. Xenon army knife, and our survival kit. Let's look at glass. So this is a piece of highly reflective view shield glass from the escape pod. Due to its special design, there are no sharp edges. I beg to differ. Alright, so last time I went and got myself intentionally eaten, so I'm actually going to march off to the right, this way, and I'm actually going to find some civilization eventually. So let's look at cliffs. The cliffs are sheer and dangerous. Well, let's go check them out. See, so look at cliffs. Looking at the cliff, you notice a small hole. Oh, cool. Look at hole. From this distance, it looks like an ordinary hole in the side of the cliff. For a better look, you'll have to get closer. Alright, well, let's go take a look at this hole. The rule of an adventure game, always look at everything. Okay, we're going to climb into the hole, and burp. Whatever is in that hole just enjoyed lunch. On you. This should teach you to be cautious when encountering alien holes. And once again, it makes fun of us. Alright. So, I knew that was going to happen, of course. I know everything! Well, about this game anyways. The first one, I got this back when I was a kid. Like I said, it was my first game ever. And then I played after the first one, I ended up playing the fourth one. And it wasn't actually until much, much later that I actually got a chance to play 2 and 3. I beat 2 once, and I've actually never finished 3. So I'm looking forward to getting to those two up next. So let's look around. So you are in the desert. You are in a desert cliff area. There's a natural land bridge in the distance. Let's go look around a bit here. Okay, it's just desert. Oh, I'll pop back up here. You know, that's just something I loved about the adventure games, especially back in the day, without the internet. And everything, like, you couldn't just look at a walkthrough. Half the time, you had to learn everything just by trial and error, looking around, walking around. And just, general exploration. Look around. You were in a desert cliff area. Okay, same deal. Let's walk up this way. Oh, I got caught on a rock. You're in an area almost entirely surrounded by cliffs. A path winds its way along the sheer cliff to the left. It is not accessible from here. There's a cave to the right. Well, let's go check out the cave. What kind of wonders lurk within the cave? Oh, talk to alien. Say hello. Look. What have we here? And he grabs you. Orat has transformed you into a new source of recreation. You, of course, don't survive this treatment. It's tough to make friends around here. So basically, Orat is the name of this alien, and he's just turned you into a basketball and is proceeding to have fun at your expense. That guy used to always, once again, creep me out. I'm not going to go back in. It's obvious you can't be friends with him. He just wants to, mess you up pretty bad. But you know what? Okay, I got another point to make. I'll make it in a second. I know I'm bad for that. I'll start saying something and then completely go off on a tangent there. Let's see here. I'm going to walk up this cliff. Now, where are we at here? This screen here, if you've played King's Quest, is it the second one? No, it's King's Quest 1. No, it's the second one. There's a bridge that you can only cross so many times. Well, Space Quest 1 also has this, except in this case here, you actually see the cracks form on the bridge. So I can only cross this so many times. So I don't want to be, running back and forth over it. If I do so. Oh, cracks a little bit more. Cracks. Alright, we need some narrative here. Suddenly, you see a large black metal sphere falling out of the sky. A Sarien spider droid. Upon touching down on the planet's surface, it sprouts legs and begins its search for you. You recall from an article in Space Piston magazine, which they actually gave a copy in Space Quest 4, anyways, that this droid is designed to seek out organic life forms and self-destruct when contact is made. Oh, sounds friendly enough. And as we can tell, he probably won't survive another walk and... Womp. You have traveled a long way, only to die by carelessly stepping onto your death. What a clod. I love how the game is just so kind to you. Alright, so we've already seen this. So this part used to scare the crap out of me too. Everywhere you'd walk on the surface of this planet, that spider droid would be chasing after you. And it actually made me realize something. I'm really familiar with Space Quest 1 and 4, because those are the first two I played. But I noticed something about them. There's that sense of exploration, but there's always that sense of urgency. Because if you'll remember, when I was on the Arcata, there actually is a time limit. I believe you only got about 10 minutes to get off the ship. I think it's 10 minutes. Not counting, reading text and stuff. Okay, it looks like a dead end here. And then, before the ship explodes. And then once you get off, you end up landing here, and you've only got so much time before the spider droid shows up and starts, messing around with you. So there's always this sense of urgency, like you have to go ahead, you got to keep going. And I wonder if that was intentional, and if that actually helps to add to the game. So let's look around here. You're high atop a rocky plateau near two halves of an arch. The desert below seems to stretch to infinity. Ooh, infinity! Look at infinity! Yeah, I knew you didn't. Look at arch. You see a pair of oddly curved rock formations. They point at each other as if to form an arch. Look at formation. I don't understand formation. Okay, let's try the other one. Rock? Alright, well, what you're supposed to do is walk through it, and you end up going down into a hidden elevator tunnel. Down into some caves deep below Kerona. I'm sorry, there's no quick save, back in the day, so I'll just have to quickly save things using F5. So let's look around. This is one end of what appears to be a large cavern. The only way to go is to the left. There's a rock nearby. No kidding! I'm in a cave! There's a rock? Look at rock. It looks just like a Keronan rock should, or Keronian rock should. Take rock. Done. Alright, so now we're in some underground caves. And let's see here. Okay, well, it doesn't really look. It looks kind of like we want to get up to the upper floor, but I don't really know how we're going to get up there. So let's see. Well, sorry, I do, but I'm pretending I don't. Wink, wink. Let's see. Look around. So this is another large chamber in the underground complex. There's a path on the back wall, which is not accessible from the bottom. And looking at our inventory, yeah, I don't think we have anything that'll help us get up there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and march on over to the other side. Oh, wait, just kidding. You've been snatched from existence by a tentacled beast lurking beneath the grate. You feel the painful sting of digestive fluids. Translation, you're dead. Alright. So I am showing off a few more of the deaths than I originally said. Like I got in the previous video said, you know, go look up a death video. But you know what? Some of what makes Space Quest so special are the deaths. It was actually an intentional design element by Scott and Mark to actually, you know, make the deaths memorable and fun. Like if you know, they figure if you're gonna keep dying, and you know, let's at least make it fun so it doesn't frustrate the player as much. You'll have a fun time while you're failing. So let's look at Geyser. There's a geyser cone here. It is rhythmically spewing hot steam. Look at steam. Okay. Look at rock. Okay, yes, that is definitely a rock. Look at cave. Look at hole. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and put rock in hole. And ta-da! The door behind us opens up and we get to walk into yet another chamber. You know what? It's such a simple sound. That little dripping sound. But I will always remember that. So let's look around. So this is a slightly smaller chamber in the underground complex. There's a path above, which is not accessible from here. There's a pool on the right side. Well, let's look at the pool. You gaze intently at the purplish pool of liquid, the first real sign of moisture on the planet. The pool seems to have no bottom. The gentle dripping has a soothing effect on your frazzled nerves. Drink from pool. Drink. Oh no, okay. It defaulted to me drinking from the dehydrated water. So you place your lips to the nozzle and draw. A fluid, not a very reasonable facsimile of water, is released slowly. While tasting slightly terrible, it quenches your thirst, at least for the time being. Look in pool. Alright, well, you know, we got the dehydrated water. We don't exactly need that water, so. Now, you can spend a lot of time walking around in here going, hey, where am I supposed to go? But what happens is if you walk to the very back and then walk left. Ta-da! It's a new screen. So let's look around here too. Remember to always look around in these games. So you're in a large room in the cavern. There's a pathway above. At the south end of the room are two odd-looking units emitting beams of light. Look at light. The beams seem to form some sort of electronic barrier across the path. Looks legit, right? You know, nothing wrong with that. Oh. You are now lying on the floor in many pieces. Guess those beams meant business, Roger. And we're dead. You know, it kind of cracks me up, though. In real life, like, I'd be like, I'm not gonna bother. Like, let's walk up to the back cliff. I can pull myself up there. I don't really need to worry about this. So, here comes yet another puzzle in the game. Like, how are we supposed to get past these beams? You know, obviously without chopping ourselves up into, well, fries. Well, let's see here. Let's look at the inventory. We've got the cartridge, the gadget, the keycard, the glass, the dehydrated water, the Xenon army knife, and the survival kit. I'm feeling the survival night. That's right, survival night. Sounds like a reality television show. Use knife. This knife wouldn't cut hot margarine. Okay, so the knife sucks. Use knife on beams. Well, for those of you who know the answer, if you remember, look at glass. This is a piece of highly reflective view shield glass. So, I guess we could kind of use that like a mirror, couldn't we? And wham! You have quite cleverly turned the beam upon itself, frying it into inoperability. Go us! Alright, so we continue on our journey through this cave. Maybe I should bring up the speed a bit. Nah. Now, okay, I'll tell a story in a bit. Now, here we got these drips of water, and you're figuring, hey, it's like, you know, a pool of water. Cool, no problem, eh? But you'll notice we have little black lines on the ground. Does this tell us that the ground is moist? Or something far more sinister? Well, I guess that answers that. You are unpleasantly surprised by a drop of searing acid, which bores its way to your feet. You know, now that, honestly, that I think about it, the further... I used to be able to make it through that without getting killed once. But the later games... Oh, my goodness. The later games, actually, I think, have a little bit more... in the, we'll say, the comedy department than the first one. Not to say that, you know, there's not some cool stuff and some funny things in this this one here, but actually, the more I'm playing this, and, you know, with, we'll say, adult eyes, because I played this a lot more as a kid, I'm realizing just this one here has got a bit more of a serious vibe to it.
As soon as you enter the room, you find yourself surrounded by darkness. Suddenly, you become aware of the fact that you cannot move or speak. A strange, unknown force has taken over.
Giant alien head!
A massive holographic image appears before you.
You sense that you are the only life form in the area. 'Cause you're psychic! So, you have found your way to my hallowed chamber. By the way, if you don't have the translator turned on at this part here, all you hear is, you know, it sounds like me on a bad Let's Playing day. But we have it on. So now we can understand him. I have been monitoring your travels on our planet. It appears that you are up to the proverbial estuary without a means of locomotion. You are obviously in need of transportation. Let us see if you are worthy of our assistance. So, he's also, so let's see, not living, and he's evidently got split personality disorder. Awesome. On the surface lives a beast called Orat. Oh yes, we've met! Yes, we had tea and crumpets. It was wonderful. He proves to be a bit of an annoyance on occasion. Yep, I can see that. Dispose of him and bring back evidence of your conquest. Only then will I deal with your plight. Good luck, strange one. And with that, he shoots you back up to the surface. Alright, so now we have to go ahead and deal with Orat. Now, I've always dealt with Orat the same way. But apparently, there's actually multiple ways to deal with them. You know what? I could be wrong, but no, I'm pretty sure there's two different ways at least that you could deal with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you one. Ah, snap. Yes, we've already seen the description for the spider. Now, that's another thing I loved about these adventure games. Your guy never ran. There is a spider droid rigged with explosives homing in on you. And what are we going to do? We're going to power walk! Yeah, you power walk away. Like, really, is this thing really that terrifying? I've seen, like, zombies move quicker than this. Extreme slow speed chase. Okay, so I'm leading the spider along. Yeah, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do it the way I always do it. Rather than experimenting. You have just been blown into bite-sized chunks by a Sarien spider droid. Okay, so evidently I wasn't. I got caught on some of the rocks when I tried to move right, and that kind of messed me up. So let's go ahead and let's do that a little bit quicker here. What? Let me go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Ah, it's gonna eat me! Wow. Alright guys, well this is kind of embarrassing. Considering I've sped run the game. Speed run? I've done a speed run of the game before. With very little difficulty, I might add too. And here I am. I'm dying every couple moments. Go! I can make it! Here I come! Normal speed again. Okay, here comes Orat. Here comes the spider. I'm gonna go run down here, or sorry, power walk down here. Hide behind these rocks and kaboom! The cave interior now features a lovely new jagged metal, liberated entrails motif. The stench? Woo! Not even an all-text adventure would attempt that description. Alright, so, Orat's toast, right? Look around. You're in the slimiest of caves. The odor in here is less than desirable. Alright, so, I guess we're done. We dealt with the Sarien droid, and we dealt with Orat. It's a win-win, eh? Oh, I just revealed my nationality. Anyways, we will notice that this little piece over here, little thing on the ground, wasn't here before. So let's look at ground. On the ground rests this gleaming chunk of Orat's anatomy. I don't want to know. Take peace. You reach down and take the Orat part in your hand. Some of it oozes to fill the space between your fingers.
Delicious!
Look at peace. The Orat part seems to consist of a spiny piece of bone with a small amount of somewhat less solid material clinging to one end. Alright, so now that we've pretty much dealt with, well, everything. Now we gotta go back into the cave. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on fast so we can get up there quicker. Now we gotta go back down into the cave, make it our way past the acid and the tentacle monster and the no, the laser's still broken. But, you know, we gotta go through all that again just to talk to Mr. Wizard of Oz. So, we're off. So while I'm making my way over there, you know, you could go ahead and check out the two guys from Andromeda Kickstarter, and if you know it happens to be over, then you could go ahead and, you know, buy the game if it actually came out. And otherwise, yeah, I'm just gonna read this. The heat is causing you to develop quite a thirst. A drink of water would certainly be most pleasant. Drink water. And we've already read that before. Now, one of the other ways I believe I might have done it once, is that when the spider droid's coming after you on this screen, what you can do is you can push rock. It lands with a pleasing thud. And it actually lands on top of the spider droid, destroying it. Which then gives you the problem of dealing with Orat. So what you do is... maybe I'll showcase it later. No, okay. What you can do is actually use the dehydrated water on Orat, if I recall correctly. So when he tries to bite down on it, it actually ends up expanding and blowing him up, thus killing him. If I remember correctly. I've always done it the way I showed you, so... So we're back down in the caverns, and I'm getting pretty excited because we're actually getting close to the part in the game that I, one, hate the most, as well as love the most. And I'll be able to show you that shortly. I think, in a way, it's almost one of the most iconic places in the Space Quest series. To me, anyways. But yeah, things definitely seem to be a lot goofier in the other ones. But you know what? This game still is so very, we'll say, up there on the, in the special department for me. Let's see here. Alright, let's go back to normal, and we're here! Again, the massive holographic image appears before you. So, you have returned. Fortunately, there is much more to you than meets the eye. What are you implying, mister? Drop before me your proof of Orat's defeat for my inspection. So if you don't pick up the piece, he gets all ticked off and sends you back to the surface. So it's a good thing we went and picked that piece up. So let's drop piece. You drop the Orat part to the ground. The vision is silent. You are startled by a rumbling, and suddenly an oddly shaped door comes into view. It opens slowly. You hear a voice, different this time, beckoning you to step forward. And we walk through this triangular door. And we meet this alien guy on this hover platform. Please don't be alarmed. We intend no harm. We are a peaceful race. We are cautious, however. Others don't share our way of life. Welcome to Kerona. You are standing in the power generation facility of our underground settlement. All power here is produced by steam. That is unimportant to you, however. We have promised you transportation. We have the most advanced technology in the world on a desert planet, and we generate our power through steam. I don't know, but is it just me, or does that actually seem like a really bad idea? Like, wouldn't water and everything be generally a pretty precious commodity? Do you really want to... I guess, yeah, you could just recapture the steam. But... Anyway, sorry, the nerd in me is taking over. It is a skimmer. It hovers approximately half a meter above the traveling surface. This is very important because of Grell. Grell is the thing that came up and ate us for lunch in the last video. Grell and his like dwell in caves below the sand. If you stand on the surface too long, you chance becoming a rare moist meal for him. The skimmer is programmed to take you to a settlement on the other side of Kerona, called Hewland's Flats. You can make further travel arrangements there. I am sorry this is all we can offer. I hope your trip is a safe one. Board the skimmer when you are ready to depart. Good luck, strange one. And with that, he takes off. Alright, so let's go ahead and save things here. We'll call this skimmer. Alright, well let's go ahead and get in skimmer. Look in skimmer. Turn key. You turn the key, and suddenly the jet turbines begin to whir. The skimmer begins to shake beneath you as its platform slowly moves into the launch tube. You can't help but wonder what you've gotten yourself into this time. As you nervously hang on, the skimmer rises slowly to the surface of the planet via a secret passage. Whoosh. And we're off! Upon reaching the surface, you throttle up and zoom off into the sunset. The settlement the alien spoke of appears on the horizon. Now, here's an actual arcade sequence. You have to avoid the rocks, which is actually fairly challenging. Damage report moderate. Oh no! That's alright, because I am doing something similar to what I did last. Damage situation critical. Because I deliberately screwed up on the last screen before I left. Actually, I'm kind of curious, where is his body? Because it's like he's leaning... Okay, he just went flying. Had you eaten a few less donuts during the mission, you might have cleared that rock, Roger. And so that kills you. But anyways, like I said, I missed something in the room on purpose, so that's why I went ahead and felt I would end this episode with my feet sticking out of the ground. So, once again, if you've enjoyed watching, either go ahead and pick up a copy of I think you can get the Space Quest collection. I think you can get numbers 1, 2, and 3 as one bundle, and 4, 5, and 6 on GOG.com. If you, like I said, are watching this video sometime before June of 2012, there's a good chance that the Two Guys from Andromeda's Kickstarter is still going. So if you want to see a nice updated, with new graphics adventure game, you know, set in the world created by their magnificent imagination, then go over to tgakick.com or check out their website at andromedaguys.com, or just Google it. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've had playing this for about the 1000th time. And well, until next time, game on.